I want to introduce you now to John and Michelle Rendle. Have a very a sad story, tragic story. And John, you're facing terminal brain cancer.
Yes.
But you're also having to battle an insurance company at the same time.
Yeah.
What's happened? Tell us.
So I've got a grade 3 astrocytoma brain tumour. Once I was diagnosed, I tried to do my claim with my insurance company and was rejected. They then also cancelled my life insurance and also cancelled my wife's policies as well.
And this is Zurich Insurance, John.
This is Zurich,
and their point was, because you'd had some dizzy spells, which you hadn't told them about, they say dizzy spells equates to a brain tumour, which there's no evidence to support that.
No. And the guy I was talking to suddenly turned into some medical profession.
They ignored all of the medical professionals.
I was with King's College Hospital. They ignored them. King's College Hospital were the experts. That's who I had my surgeries with. That's who I've been with the whole time. They ignored them to the point where they actually weren't even replying to emails.
And the policy that they weren't paying out, and you were expecting £25,000.
Yeah, that was a critical illness claim.
Critical illness, because you've got a critical illness.
Critical
Clearly,
illness,
it couldn't be more critical, could it?
No, brain tumour.
But they flatly refused.
Flatly refused that. So they refused that early March, and then I argued it, appealed it, and then they outright final response
end of March.
was the end of March.
And why did they cancel your policies, Michelle?
Well, according to them,
no reason for it.
There was no reason for it. Once Daily Mail got involved as well, once they argued it with them, they then turned around and said that was a mistake, that they computer error.
And then they wanted the payment for the 2 months that we had missed.
That was the other thing. They then asked for the money for the 2 months that they deleted the direct debit.
And then they reinstated the direct debits themselves to take the money.
Yeah.
Michelle, you've got a lovely poorly husband, and you're also worrying about paying the bills and what the future holds.
Yeah.
What impact is this having on you on a day-to-day basis?
I try not to think too much about the future because it does upset me. I'm kind of thinking when John does go, I'm left with a mortgage to pay and 2 young children.
How old are your kids?
5 and 3.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's incredibly tough.
And are you working?
I haven't worked since having the children.
Right.
And that's a decision we made when we had children.
Yeah.
That I was going to stay at home and look after them, and obviously look after John now, which is obviously something else to think
And
about.
£25,000 would have made a huge difference.
Yeah, so it would make a difference when John's still working, and his office has been really good to him.
Yeah, my company.
They've been really good. They've been really supportive.
What do you do, John?
I work for a company called Smart Office Solutions. We supply printers, photocopiers.
Right.
He does, so he's working from home at the moment.
So you can work from home?
Yes, I've been working from home doing support calls and the IT side of things.
In the grand scheme of things, this amount of money is a drop in the ocean for a company like Zurich.
Yeah.
That must be both saddening and infuriating.
Yeah, it's infuriating.
I think they could make all this go away because there's been big social media side of things as well, with friends, different companies all sharing everything, all our story.
And I've read some of the statement. Zurich statement, we're sorry to hear of the very difficult circumstances Mr. Rendle's family are experiencing. You're terminally ill, and they're calling that difficult circumstances. How did it make you feel when you read that?
I just find it completely insulting.
I'm incredibly angry about the whole situation.
I'm angry, I feel insulted. It is angry. And the way their letter, their final response in the thing, their actual wording was, we deem this a deliberate misrepresentation of yourself. So they've accused me of lying.
Because you had dizzy spells and you didn't brush...
Because I didn't tell them about a doctor's appointment after the policy side. And they also said in the letter, because I originally went in hospital in June, but they didn't know I had a brain tumour.
Right.
They didn't know what it was.
There was a mass on the brain.
And there was no cancer mentioned, anything like that. It was just a mass on my brain. They turned around and said, if we'd known you'd gone into hospital in June, we would have cancelled your policy there and then.
Let's see the other half of the statement from Zurich. They say the report provided by Mr. Rendle's GP confirmed that he had experienced medical episodes before the policy started. Mr. Rendle had a duty to disclose this information to us before the 1st of May 2023. Has your GP been supportive?
Yeah, GPs wrote letters. There was no doctor's appointments I'm very rare. I'm a very healthy,
He is, and he
genuinely
still
very
is,
healthy person.
really,
I still am.
considering.
I don't go to the
There was
doctors, I don't have
one
appointments.
very slight dizzy spell in February, which we thought nothing of. Otherwise, we would have obviously done something about it.
Yeah.
He's not had headaches. He's not had any symptoms of having a brain tumour. Even now, with knowing that he's got a brain tumour, he still hasn't got any symptoms.
How long
of
had you
that.
been with Zurich Insurance?
Well, this
That is the thing.
This was the thing. We changed policy from... We was with Royal London.
Right.
We've been with them for a few years. We changed policy on our financial guy who does our mortgage now. Said, this is a better deal, runs along with your mortgage.
Right.
Change. And we changed on the 1st of May, was decided.
Dear.
You've got a
So that's
GoFundMe
why-
page running now as well, haven't you? How's that going?
That's
doing very
gone
well.
over 25,000
Oh,
now,
good.
which is the
People
critical
care.
audience. Yeah.
People care.
We've had some really nice donations.
We'll get the address from you. Can I ask you a very personal question, John? Do you know how long you've got?
No, they haven't. The whole way through, they've told me it's life-shortening, but they haven't said how long. At the moment, I'm in a very good place. I'm fit. Other than what's in my head, I'm healthy. I had an MRI scan yesterday on my
Wednesday?
brain. Yesterday.
Tuesday, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so I had an
Bank
MRI
holiday, we
scan.
don't know what day
Yeah, I don't know what day it is.
And I'll find out in a few weeks the results of that, and that will tell us whether... Because the surgeries I had, they only removed half the tumour. The other half is inoperable because of veins and arteries going through it.
Sure.
So I'm on a year of chemo now,
Right.
which is to try and control the heart.
Is that knocking you out?
Making me very tired, yeah.
He finished his
On
second
tablet
round
form.
yesterday.
Yeah, so I
God.
So he was
finished my
very tired.
I do 5 days in a row of tablets. Finished it yesterday morning. It does make me very tired.
Have you got support, Michelle?
We've got friends and family that are very supportive. Yeah, I'd be lost without them. Yeah.
So it's the mums who kind of have to keep the ship afloat, isn't it, on
Yeah.
times like
And
this?
how are the little ones doing? Do they know that Dad's...
They know
very-
that he's got a bad head.
Right.
They're obviously very young, so there's only so much we can tell them.
And they've seen me in hospital,
They've
didn't
seen
they?
him in hospital.
Yeah.
They know that he's not very well, but generally, day to day, he's quite well. So
Yeah.
they just act like a 5 and a 3-year-old,
Yeah.
which in some ways is good, in other ways is bad.
Yeah, really.
But it's tough.
Yeah, it hasn't... I'm a big Arsenal fan.
Bad luck. Didn't win.
Well, yes, I know. But Arsenal were brilliant.
Oh, good.
So I've got a season ticket.
Yeah.
And one of my friends who's been doing lots of stuff for me, he contacted Arsenal and they agreed for me and my son to go down and meet some of the players.
How nice.
After a game, yeah. So little things like that have been
It's-
amazing.
Yeah, it's been a bad year, but we are trying to do things.
Give us
to make them
what's
nice.
your crowdfunding page called? How do we find
So
It's
Rendle
a
support-
GoFundMe.
There's a
is
GoFundMe
it?
fund.
yeah,
GoFundMe, yeah.
there.
There it
There it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, support Rendle family fight against brain cancer.
So if you
Support-
put that into your Google, support
Support
Rendle,
Rendle.
which is, if you're listening on the radio, it's spelled Rendle, family fight against brain cancer. And that will bring you to the Just Giving.
And I know your MP Adam Holloway's backing you too, isn't he? So what's...
No, my watch is just... They just had donations.
Oh, brilliant.
Oh, well, that's
Literally,
great. That's GB News readers and
There's
Viewers,
literally about...
listeners.
already
Yeah,
Very
literally
generous.
about five donations have just come in. Thank you very much.
Well, that's
Thank
great.
you.
Well, look,
Thank you.
very best of luck, you two. Can we keep in touch with you?
Absolutely,
And,
yeah.
and let's hope they do the right thing, that insurance company.
Good luck.
Yeah,
John,
that's what we
Michelle.
need.
Good luck.
We
And
wish
lovely
you all
to
the
meet you
best.
both.
Thank you for having us on.
Pleasure.